Yo,
Hey, bro, how are you?
good man. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Glad there was no link issue this time.
I'm the first one on.
Yeah, perfect. Make it the comeback.
Absolutely. I'm gonna give both of them shit for being late now.
Exactly. Louis just said, I'm surprised. I thought Louis was going to be on. He just texted me, was like, I'm ready, bro, to give him shit now.
How you been, man?
Yeah, good, bro, good. Just enjoying my 2 days off work. Trained legs this morning. Pretty fucking smashed from that.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I'm doing a like recomp cut at the moment. So
Mm,
I'm kind of, I think maybe couple more weeks left, so just kind of dying with the food. Cows this low, first time really done it, so
yeah.
enjoying it as much as I can while trying to still push hard. So yeah,
Yeah. It's interesting. The first time you really reduce your calories down and you're still training, you're like, oh, this kind of sucks.
yeah. Now it's been a great like learning curve because I've never really pushed it this low, and so it's
Mm,
interesting to kind of just. I always thought my strength in the past, I've noticed like pushing it low, my strength has kind of dissipated, but it's
yeah,
been good to kind of see this time around my strength has stayed steady and I'm still
yeah.
somewhat progressing. So it's been really good learning experience.
Yeah, it's sick, man. Yeah, I think that like as long as you stay on top of like just stuff like periodization and making
Yeah.
sure you're trying to beat your numbers each week and keeping things as consistent as possible with just trying to trend it upwards. Like there'll be a point where it drops off, but
Yeah,
for the most part, you should be able to still progress, which is good. So, no, I'm
definitely.
happy to hear that, man. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. How about yourself? How's prep going? It's kicked in yet or still going easy?
Yeah, yeah. No, we've kicked it in. Yeah, so an hour of cardio per day now. Food's around like 5-4, so it's still nice and
I'm
high,
still
which is
pretty
good.
high.
Yeah. Because I was at 6 at the end of the off season,
Yeah.
so Sam was like, "We're not really gonna." We pulled like a little bit down, more just to make sure I was getting all the food in. To be honest with you, I was struggling at 6, so
Yeah.
oh, here's Louis now. Um, so yeah, so no, all the food's coming in really well. Cardio's good. Like, um, just feeling like healthier, which is
Mhm.
nice because you feel pretty sedentary.
That's
Ah,
good.
there he is.
Hey, mate. There you are. He beat you on. Oh, his audio's not working.
He's all there's another one yet.
Back to what I was going to say was,
Mm.
so last prep, how low did your calories actually get?
1800.
Okay.
Oh, now your audio's working.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry about that.
That's all right, mate.
I'm still figuring it out, eh? Yeah.
Learning, getting
That's
there.
right,
Yeah,
bro.
man. I'm no good. Anyway, as you were.
So how long do you reckon you'll stay on such high calories for? Do you think do you kind of drop down close you get or you
Yeah, I think this time around is a bit different. I'm a bit ahead with my condition, which is good compared to last time.
yeah.
So, um, and I'm getting, yeah, I'm like, even just from the changes we made with just cardio and just kind of ramping up training intensity again, I'm dropping fat like pretty quickly, which is good. So, I think honestly, at the moment, my biggest problem is like staying full enough during my sessions. Like I'm getting
Okay.
pretty flat during them.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, I think honestly the cows will be able to stay the same for a little bit longer. They'll come down like in the next probably month or so, but yeah, at this point,
Still
I
got a
don't see
little
any
bit to
reason
go.
why Stammer would have to change them. So, which is
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Why the hour of cardio? Why like so
Um,
is it moderate or high intensity?
it's just treadmill like 120 beats per minute with heart
Yeah.
rate. Just get a good sweat. And I think more than anything, Sam's idea behind it was, well, let's just put cardio in now so we don't have to really touch food too much.
Okay, yeah.
Get you used to doing it. Just get you back in routine. Because I'm a creature of habit. I thrive off routine. So
Yeah.
getting up, doing cardio in the morning, and then training at night, and working in between, and all that. Like I thrive off that. If I don't have like a schedule, I'm kind of a bit like
All over the
all
place.
over the place with stuff. Yeah. So it's
I
just
get
kind of
that.
setting the
Oh,
tone
yeah,
for
I'm like
everything.
that
And
as well, man. I'm a mess
yeah,
if I don't have routine.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
So
worst.
yeah, just getting the ball rolling with that, and also too, kind of like I was saying last time, like the more cardiovascular fitness you've got, better you
Yeah.
can train as well.
Yeah.
And like I went and trained legs with George last night, and I even noticed I was able to push past like like 20, 30 reps on some stuff, and I wasn't
That's good.
Yeah,
like
man.
I was actually
Absolutely.
able to hit muscular fatigue, which was good.
Yeah, it's different. Hey, it's not I'm
Mm,
gassed. He's
yeah,
a gassed.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
it's
So it's just a
different, man.
combination of a few things, plus like digestion too
Yeah.
makes you hungrier. So it's like cardio is a nice thing to just have in there if you can.
Are
So
you
that sounds
feeling
like
good?
a good game plan set.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
feeling good?
Oh, I feel healthier.
Yeah, that's
Real
good,
good.
man.
Blood pressure down a bit, which is nice.
Yeah, cool.
Good,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah, how you feeling?
I feel all right, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, I haven't dipped too hard into like the prep side of things yet. I'm
Yeah.
still like, I'm still on cruise control. I think I can
Yeah.
still do a little bit before I pull down, and I think that's what we're gonna do.
I think so, bro.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm enjoying the break though. Like,
Oh, I bet you are. Yeah. Just
I've
chill.
yeah, man. I've been enjoying the break, man. Like, it's been nice to just be like, you know what, I'll just have some of that shit. Like before, I was like, man, what am I gonna have? You know, have you had those like jam sponge rolls from like Coles and Woolies?
Yeah, they're good.
Absolutely.
They are so low fat, man. Yeah. So just get a couple of them, bro. I just buzzed half of one down just before while I was waiting for this shit. Love it.
Couple of those, couple
snack,
cookies.
Man. Yeah,
That's
bro, I love
funny.
that. That's my jam, man.
That's fucking funny.
I was training with Dry yesterday, and he was telling me, he was like, came to your house a couple of times. He's like, you're just eating everything. Everything.
Yeah, man. Jai and I went out for breakfast one time, man. And I was the guy with like the takeaway at the table with like all the fucking croissants and donuts and shit on, man. Like, you got to do it, man. Like, you got to live it up for a little bit.
Fucking oath. Absolutely.
Yeah. I love it.
Mr. Velt.
Ah, right. What's going on?
Good. How are you, man?
Good. Yeah, fucking excellent.
Excellent. He's been sick for weeks.
Oh,
I know.
I was just about to ask you all that. So how's that kind of been going? Are you feeling better now? First proper session back, or?
yeah. Oh, man. I had my like first, I guess, proper training session today, but like yesterday was my first time fucking even eating since last Saturday. I hadn't even had a proper meal. I've been eating fucking crackers, bro, and like piece of toast here and there just to get like dry food and just
Bro, what is wrong with you?
Oh man, fucking so bad. I was like, last Saturday I was like feeling a bit off, and I was like, yeah, right. And then come Sunday, I just get smacked with gastro, and I'm trying to eat like my normal meals on Sunday and shit, and I'm like, this is fucking horrible. What's going on? I thought it was just like the flu because I had like such bad chills and everything. Like I was fucking just about having a seizure. How much I was fucking shivering, and then talking to a couple of mates and stuff, and they're like, nah, when you have gastro, you got to eat dry food. And I was like, yeah, the only thing appealing to me was like bread and fucking crackers. So that's all I could eat. Like,
that's rough.
Wait, that's shit advice.
I couldn't eat anything, man. I couldn't stuff.
Just make it more miserable.
To be fair though, I think that's going around because I had that on Sunday, like I was saying to you, Jay. Like,
bro, it is, man. Fucking Nick Weir messaged me as well, and he's like, he's got it too. Fucking another bloke from the gym's like, yeah, bro, I fucking had it as well, like the past few days. So yeah, like it's weird. Everyone's just fucking getting gastro.
Yeah, it's cool because I had it last Sunday when I woke up in the morning and I was scheduled to go down and see Sam. So like woke up and I was sitting there at the bed. I was saying to George, I was like, oh, fuck, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Like I don't feel great. And I was just like, well, I'm up. I'll go. Like I'll probably just be a bitch. And so I went down there and like I got there late. So you know what Sam's like. He was just like, yeah, bro, I've just done my first warm up. Just get in there. And I was like, hopped straight out of the car and into that. So I was like, okay, cool. So just walk upstairs, jump straight in. We were doing back and hams. I got 4 exercises in, and I just puked all over his floor.
Oh no!
And I think, and Sam put like a story up, and I think he was just thinking, "Oh yeah, sick. We're just training hard." I was like, "No, I'm sick." And then the drive home, I'm like sitting there shivering, and I'm like, "Oh, just fuck, get me home." And I'm like, got all pills and shit. Like,
I was fucked for days, man. But first day, like full day of eating was yesterday, but I got some food in on like Wednesday and Thursday, but fuck all. Yeah.
How flat do you feel right now?
I feel like a fucking 16-year-old girl.
Oh, it fucking sucks.
It's better that I guess in some way it's not enjoyable to have it all, but at least you kind of maybe fingers crossed got it out the way now instead of like closer to the
Yeah. Much rather happen at 19 weeks out than 4.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
So what's kind of the plan to jump back from that? Because I remember you saying somewhere you lost a bit of weight and stuff like that. So
I dropped like 4 or 5 kilos. So for me that's fucking quite a lot because my weight never usually moves. So just gonna fucking start eating again and see what happens.
Just fingers crossed.
You'll be all right, bro. I'll come back quick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Won't
just
take too long.
just a
It'll be back.
seven,
I'm,
couple
I'm back up.
maybe sweet.
Yeah, right.
After like a week or so, proper eating again.
Yeah.
So back to you, Louis. So you're enjoying and indulging yourself in all your little treats.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dry telling you.
Well, so are you wanting to then have a shorter prep? Is that kind of you just pushing it as far as you can to kind of like, what's the plan? Is it more to just to enjoy yourself, have the mental break, try and build a
Yeah,
little
bro.
bit, or just
Just
kind of
a bit of a break and enough food to make some improvements. Like I'm
Yeah.
really filling in up here. I'm just a bit empty through there. So I'm hoping to improve there, and I think I already am. But yeah, man, just a bit of extra food. Just the approach I think is just don't let it get out of hand, you know? Like don't go too far one way that you can't rein it back in for a shorter prep. You know, so as long as Ross says, all right, you look good here, that's fine. That's all good. So
someone's keeping you in check.
yeah, man, and it's good to have that.
So this kind of is perfect because it kind of leads into the first topic that I want to cover because I know it's something that I've seen the post nationals and that is just kind of, I guess, your own experiences, whether, you know, from your first prep to kind of now, and also advice that you would give, you know, in that reverse dieting phase of just, you know, coming out the show. Do you think it's good to, because I know a lot of people have different things. Some people feel they have to be super, super strict with it and, you know, stay as committed. Some people are like, okay, well, I'll give myself, you know, a 10 kilo gap so I can put on 10 kilos, but I'm not going to go any higher. So what's kind of just whoever wants to go first and we'll work our way around. Just like, what's your opinion and experience with that?
I think, sorry.
I was like, who's going to go first?
I think you'll make it. My advice is the worse you make it for yourself before your desired end date, the more you fixate on food on that is just going to slingshot you into how stupid you're probably going to go post show.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're one of these people that gets like a running start on what they're going to eat post show, like 15 weeks out, you better believe that person's going to look like they got that running start 15, you know, like straight out of the gate, you know? So I reckon just like keep that shit tight and just don't let it get too far out of hand. Like it's okay to enjoy yourself, but at the end there, you're only obsessing that much just because it's just like a physiological response because you're just in a position that you shouldn't be in. So if you can recognize that, it makes it a lot easier to just ward that off, you know, because you know what it is.
Yeah. I think just set structure too around it as well. So like when you finish the show, like the night of, the day after, yeah, do whatever you want. But like then after that, you're like, all right, well, let's just like start eating normal food again. And then on like, let's say like just make like a Saturday or a Sunday like night or something like, cool, I'm going to go out for dinner that night. Or like, I'm going to go out for a meal with my partner or a meal with my family or whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
Just put some parameters around it and then be like, I will stay like on my shit. And then when that comes around, I can enjoy myself.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're still a bodybuilder. You don't stop being a bodybuilder just because you finished the show. So,
yeah.
Well, some people do, but you know. So, just,
I think it's got to happen.
There you go.
I think it's got to happen. Like, you're not going to do it if you're young, and if it's your first show, you're going to be too food focused anyway because you're getting this fucking stupid mindset.
Yeah.
You're getting a stupid mindset of like loving to. You'll be like, yeah, suffering is like fuck. I'm working so hard, and then you're gonna like push yourself too hard and be like, yeah, I'm so hungry, it's so hard, and then you're gonna fucking just binge afterwards because you've been so excited for food. And you don't even care about competing, or you care about some fucking food anyway. But that's everyone when they compete for the first time. But then I think you got to do it. Like some people don't give a fuck, but I reckon it's super important, man. And just based off your look, like just keep yourself in check. Have an actual. Like having a coach looking at it and going like, yeah, no, this is a good place to stop or you're fine. Because if you just, especially like we all know, as soon as you put on fucking that little bit of weight post show, you think you're like the fattest cunt in the world. Like you're like, this is worse than I've ever looked any off season. I'm like still super lean. Like I have so many photos that I haven't posted from after the shows where I still look great, but I was like, no, I'm the fattest person alive.
A lot of time, man, people start to feel bad just for eating something that felt good to eat, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like to an extent,
yeah.
You do deserve that and you should enjoy it, man. Like some of these people can't go like a day without depriving themselves of that stuff. You went months, you know, like go and have like if you want to get a double quarter pounder, go and get that shit. You know what I mean? And you shouldn't feel bad about that always.
Yeah.
No, fuck no. I feel like it's what Luke said. You got to have structure, but like you don't want to fucking stay on the diet too hard. Like you don't want to like reverse diet is right, because reverse diet's like going up like 100 calories or fucking these tiny amounts, like, and then you end up spending weeks and weeks still in a fucking deficit, right?
Yeah.
Like you need to get back to maintenance as quick as you can. But like I think me and Luke, we stayed like just below maintenance, and then we left the room so that we could like snack and shit throughout the day and fucking for meals here and there, whatever. But
Genius.
when we're all going out for meals, we're all making choices.
So it's really about like you're saying, that balance with structure, just kind of, don't be so restrictive that you can reward yourself, but also, keep yourself kind of in check to not go overboard.
I feel like you just try and keep your fats a little bit, like stop your fats from getting too high, then usually fine.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
So kind of off topic from that now, something that I just saw and I want to show you guys, I don't know if you've seen it and I'm just interested in your opinion, which is, I'll bring it up now, hopefully you can all see, is Keone's latest updates. Now, a couple questions. Question one is, do you think that will be Sean Clarita? Two, well, actually, we'll answer that question first. Like, well, like that when I saw that, I was like, that's fucked up. Like, just like what you just said, like proportion, muscle mass, everything. And now that he's working with Patrick, I feel he's going to hit the mark. Like, I feel like last year he not so much, but even like this, just
it looks nuts.
Bro, he's nuts.
Insane.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's hard because until you see someone stand next to someone, it's very difficult to say.
Yeah, you probably fucking hear that all the time, but it's so true. Is why, like, you really can never tell how good someone is till they stand next to another person, and like,
wait, but looking like that, looking like that, man. All you gotta do is look that good just that one fucking time. Who looks that good, man?
If Keone,
looks that good.
if Keone brings it, he'll fucking give everyone a run for his money for sure. But sure, the thing with Sean is he's got like because Keone's put that muscle on pretty quickly. He's not old. He's like your age, I'm pretty sure, Louis, or maybe just a little bit older.
Probably.
Whereas like Sean's a bit older, he's got like that, that more like granular
maturity.
It might look different under lights.
It could do, yeah. Be interesting. But shape wise, he destroys Sean.
He smoked everybody.
Yeah, buries him. Yeah.
Do you think that if Classic didn't have a weight limit, that he could beat Chris? Because Chris has I see the shape. I think he may outmuscle Chris.
No, I think Chris is something else of his own. I think that's why he's doing so well.
Chris being a fair bit taller as well. He just
I mean, fucking if Classic didn't have a weight cap, then it's just opens, and I'm sure Keone would beat Chris in opens at that stage.
So you think that's what really separates Classic is? You saying it's weight? Because I always thought I understood that, it is, I guess it somewhat can blend into open, but isn't it more about the structure? Because this is the way I think like no one's going to beat Chris because
it's definitely a structure. Yeah, it's definitely a structure and a look, but at the same time, like you can't tell me Chris couldn't fucking 20 kilos heavier dominate opens.
Yeah,
that's true.
And that's what I was going to say too with that example, because if there was no weight cap on Chris, then he'd just probably get bigger.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. He barely even eats and trains.
Yeah,
like,
I'm pretty sure he comes off for the majority of his off season. He's just chilling. He just like the deflates, just relaxes, and then prep comes around and just turns it on and just morphs. So
something special.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Crazy.
So then to bring it back to Australia, I know you're all kind of, I know Jaiden, you're friends with him, I'm sure you guys are too, with Callum and like his latest updates. And he's looking to do that pro debut next year. Like he's put on some, like I think he's a genetic freak. Like he's so big. He's put on.
Callum will be an Olympian, man.
Easily
an Olympian.
It's not a question. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah. Like will be an Olympian.
It's fucking unquestionable. I fucking told him when I first met him and we're training together, fucking back up here in North Lakes. I was like, you'll be at the Olympia in like 3 years. Literally, this dude was just like had this insane structure, like crazy fullness, and he's fucking natty, and he just it was ridiculous, man. I was like,
he's got a look. He had a look, and then now he's grown into it.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, and the bigger he gets,
You
the
know?
better he looks. So yeah, I've said since day one he's going to be at the Olympia, and not just going to be a random person. Like he's going to be a fucking high placing person.
Yeah, he'll be in the conversation for sure.
Yeah.
It's fucked too. It's fucked too because all the updates I see of Cal, because he's like 120 at the moment, but he still has like veins running through his abs, and he's like still very lean. It freaks
even
me.
here.
Yeah, like, what the fuck is that?
But see, I always thought, like, for example, I always thought like his biggest area that he needs to work on is his legs. He's so upper like dominant, but it looks like if he can translate even this, like his legs, if he can bring that type of size in his quads. So I'm interested to see though how much it kind of he comes down and how much of the muscle he can actually hold on to. Because what my question was going to be was, do you think that this can translate to, you know, top 3 or possibly a win on that pro debut? Or do you think he's still got a little bit more to go to kind of hold that muscle?
Depends what show, depends who's there. Because I remember talking to him a while ago, and I think he was wanting to do New York or something like that.
Yeah,
from memory. I could be completely wrong, but
yeah. I think he's like I think he said I'd love to just go balls deep and go straight into New York, but I think he'll pick a couple to be honest. But like even with he's gonna be looking at being like fucking I think his weight cap has him like 97 now, which is like 10 kilos heavier than what he was in April.
Yeah.
So I think if like he's gonna be close to 10 kilos heavier than he was in April on stage. So I think with 10 kilos on his frame, like it's gonna be pretty fucking I think he has a good shot at placing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It'll be exciting to get, because I'm pretty sure we've only had 2 or 3 Australian athletes in Olympia. So it'll be nice we got a couple of bikini girls this year and a men's physique, but it'll be nice to have some of the bigger boys finally also getting into that Olympia stage.
He's going to be placing at the Olympia quicker than anyone knows.
Exciting.
I think there's got to be a few that bring it back to Australia. There's got to be a few, like we've got way too many good people just like sitting here ready to roll. You know, we just got to start going. You know? And we are. Everyone's already going, man. It's going to start happening. So it'll be really cool to see because we'll all be like, hey, I fucking know that guy. You know,
like it was good to see Stan went and did the amateur Taiwan, and he came, I think it was 5th or 4th in the lineup. So that was really cool to see.
Yeah, they were actually fucking good over there.
I was surprised. Like this shot, it's hard though, I guess, when you compare it to everybody else. But this video, like he's got a crazy back double.
He also he could barely fucking eat over there, man. Because like you have to eat at restaurants over there because the food and shit's all fucked up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's eating at restaurants and shit for like the last week leading up to the show, just like trying to do what he can.
Yeah,
can't drink the water and shit. So yeah, I mean, it's a fucking hard situation to finish a prep in. But yeah, he did fucking well.
Oh yeah, because it's interesting that like are the restaurants more accommodating to that need then? Like how do you
he just would have had to pick and choose things here and there, like when he was out, because he couldn't diet properly. So I think that made him like, I think that would have been a bit of a struggle that we would have had to, you know, try and deal with while he was there. But so not ideal circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that kind of back to classic, and I guess this can apply to open too, because I noticed that they had changed it to 102 kilos. Do you think that they should up the weight category in amateur shows, because it is such a jump from that weight category from a pro? Or do you think that's kind of that benefit that comes along from winning your pro card?
I think there's no fucking reason at all why you should be at a less weight as an amateur, because you spend so fucking long trying to, it's like if you're at the top end of things, you spend so long like making sure you don't put on too much size. Like again, I'll use Callum again as an example, like didn't really push it in the off season.
Yeah.
And then he has to like try and make sure he can actually get under his weight cap just to turn pro and then be the smallest. It's like, why the fuck did we do that? And then like, you know, oh, here's one chance to actually fucking start eating, and he puts on fucking 30 kilos or whatever it is. But you know, like most guys can't put on that much fucking muscle like he can. And you got to take another fucking 2-3 years to try and grow before you're ready to compete and not be embarrassed.
Does anybody know the reason of that? I've never understood why there is a weight limit. No, is it just a rule, I guess?
Yes, so, man. You're asking the wrong dudes.
That's fair. I just thought
we don't have to worry about it.
No.
Yeah, man. I know. I think it's just a game.
That's all right.
Yeah.
So, to something that I saw your TikTok that you posted, Jaiden, about how you were sick and then having the time off when you're sick. And I thought that was really good, you know, you sharing that, because a lot of people I think do ignore that and still go, oh, you know, it'll be okay, I can still go. But like you said, you know, you're really kind of putting in minimal effort compared to what could have been if you know, just rested and recovered. So first question to this is, do you guys get much physical therapy done? Or like, do you like regular massages? Like, what's your opinion on physical therapy?
Oh, it's super important. I mean, I don't get it done nearly as much as I should or would like to.
Yeah.
All cost money, right? So
but
it's I mean, if I had my way, I'd get it done once a week.
Once a week?
Yeah, once a week would be optimal. I was gonna done once a week in prep at the end there for my dude. He's really good, man. I think it makes a massive difference, especially if you're someone who never got it and then you get it. You know, you'll notice a massive difference and you'll feel like, why did I not do this before? Just like your like overhead extension and like, you know, range of motion improving, you know, tightness going, like you just become a better, like if your body's your business, you should be taking care of that in some way, shape or form, you know?
Yeah. I've always got it. I've always been fucking in and out of physio anyway, so I'm used to it by now. But like, yeah, I'm usually going. I have 2 people that I see, and I go like each of them every 4 weeks at this point. Yeah, but then once I get close to the show, it's like every 2 weeks for both of them.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Wait, Luke? Sorry, Luke. Your chick. I've seen some of the stuff your chick does. She gets you like all bent up in these like positions. There's like all this manual stretching stuff.
Yeah,
man, that looks killer. Is that good?
It was good, real good.
Yeah, man. Because I like, you know what it's like when you're big, like, and you start stretching. It's work, man. Like you are not built to stretch.
Not at all. You're meant to sit there and not move.
Yeah, man, and that's a problem for guys like us. You know, I see some of the stuff she's doing, man. That's really cool, man.
She's sick. I only found her like earlier this year. Her name's Sherry. She works over at the Muscle Joint near World's Flounder. Yeah, and it's funny because I never knew who she was. I just heard about her, and then when was it? It was like August or something like that. I was just like, I had some issues going on with like my back and stuff. It's just like, I was like, just pull your finger out, because my other massage guy, he's up in like Coolum, so he's like 40-50 minutes away, and he started charging like $100. I was just like, no, I'm not doing that. So yeah, I needed someone closer, and she was like 5 minutes from my house. So I went and saw her, and she was like, right, well, like we'll go over your body, like see kind of what's going on, like we'll target specific areas that need priority more than others. And she like gave me homework and stuff to do, and I was just like, I like you. You have a vested interest in making sure I don't fuck myself up, which is good.
Yeah, man, it's good when you find someone who's like, they see it as like a working partnership. Like, you come here to get better, we will get better. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
And I think it's important too, like getting homework, so to speak, because it kind of shows that, you know, that's not just about, oh, you keep coming to me so I can keep giving you money. It's about, okay, well, let me also, I guess, kind of like in a coaching way, educate you on things that you can do to help, you know, improve things on your own. So then when I come back, you come back to me, then, okay, we don't have to worry about it now. We can focus on this. I think that's really good too.
That's exactly the way she is, which is really good. Because I've been to plenty of massage therapists in the past, and they don't do that at all. They don't really try to tell you too much. They just get in, like, massage you, roll you out, stretch you out, whatever. And they're like, oh, cool, that's X amount of bucks. So I'll see you next time. And you're like, oh, okay. Not really learning too much. So, yeah.
So the question I was trying to lead to was, do you think that physical therapy can outplay deloads or having more rest and recovery days than let's say like, you know, you do a 4-day training split or a 5-day training split. Do you think that if you're constantly having weekly physio therapy, you know, you're stretching in between on rest days, do you think that can outweigh needing to have deload weeks or even?
I think it can prolong it.
Yeah.
I think it can prolong the time you can like keep training hard before you need a deload, but I don't think it can replace it because, you know, you think about the difference between a deload is just not doing, you're just going at, you know, 50, 60% or whatever that percentage looks like for you versus physio work, which is actually taking your muscles, stretching them out, opening them up, letting more blood in. It's a little bit different. So it's
I think
both are required, I think, to a degree.
I think they're two different things. I think it's like driving a car, and one tactic is to do vehicle maintenance to keep the vehicle running smoothly, and your other tactic is to drive it into the fucking ground and wait for the big mechanic bill.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like that. You know, like I think kind of different, but I think you're going to go further with vehicle maintenance. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because well, fucking deloads are about your CNS, right? So like you take deloads to fucking recover from that. Like you're not getting that CNS recover from just getting like physical therapy work done. Like if you're still going in fucking getting under heavy weight, like you're gonna be fucked. And like honestly, I'm like more for like more rests than what people realize. Like especially when you're fucking training properly. Like Luke's been done the same thing as well. Like we've both been under like real fucking intense programs with Sam before, where we've trained like he's dropped us down to like 4 days a week, because that's what we've needed to like actually keep fucking being able to keep training, because like you need that extra rest day just for fucking how hard you're going. I mean, you know, there's a reason fucking doing the 8 train fucking 4 days and for 45 minutes and then fucking and then he would deload every fucking 6 weeks, man. When you're training hard, it's what you need to do. So I'm all for just taking more rest days if you're feeling extra fatigued than what you usually would. None of this fucking, but if you're especially if you're in the off season, you're trying to grow, the PEDs are in, the food's high, recovery should be high, you're sleeping properly, and you're getting like extra fatigue than what you usually would. Like you need a fucking rest. You shouldn't be like accumulating fatigue that much. You need to fucking chill. It's not just like, oh yeah, push hard, go fucking push, no days off. It's like, no, you're just diminishing returns at this point. You're not getting anything out of it.
Yeah, there's nothing cool about training 6 or 7 days a week. You actually look like a dickhead.
Yeah, you fucking stupid.
And you're small.
Yeah. Stay the fuck home. Yeah. Yeah, if I honestly like, I mean, granted everyone's different, but honestly, if someone comes and tells me if they're trying to be a bodybuilder or put size on, they're training any more than 5 times a week, I'm like, no, don't do that.
Yeah, how the fuck are you doing?
Exactly. How do you train 6 or 7 times a week?
I struggle on 5, man. I fucking 5 days. I'm like, fuck me. Like I'm currently the same. Every like 6 weeks, I'm like taking fucking 5 days off every 6 weeks because I'm just so fucked from it.
So you think that it should be something, if you can't regulate it yourself, do you think it's something like, okay, no, let me word it again. So you think that's something that you should program in, as in, you know, let's say every 6 weeks and not wait? Is it something that you should program in a specific time over then, okay, I'm just waiting till I'm literally fucked and I'm like, okay, well, now it's time to back off? Do you think it's better to prioritize it that way, or it just depends on the individual?
I feel like you got to trial and error a little bit. Like you got to trial and error for a bit to see your fucking limits and stuff, and then you can sort of guess. But I've always just kind of played by feel, and you'll notice the patterns. But yeah, I know, like talking to Riggsy before, like Dean used to basically fucking work it out for them. Like Dean would he'd be like, okay, like here's your program, follow it exactly, same order of exercises, same intensity on everything, like, and then they'd get to, you know, whatever stage, how many weeks in, and be like, okay, I'm fucked. Like keep monitoring blood pressure as well. Like blood pressure's through the roof at this point, like fatigue's real high. So it's like, okay, well, that's your limit. So we know that every X amount of weeks, assuming you're training as hard as you can, we need a deload. So they do like that, but I'm just kind of like a bit fucking trial and error.
something that you said before, training 6 days and that, it made me think back to a conversation I had with Jai yesterday training with him. And he was telling me about the first ever session that we had together. And looking back on it, like how fucking dumb we were, but also how we even managed to train like that. I remember because I had never trained with him yet. And he was just like, oh, yo, come along, let's train legs. And at this point, I was still kind of a bitch in the gym. And so I'm like, yeah, all right. And I remember we did 4 sets of back squats, 4 sets of hack squats, 4 sets of front squats.
Oh, you beast.
And then he's like, and then we'll just finish on leg press and just do like 2 sets of like as many reps as possible. I could not even imagine doing something so fucked up as that. These, like, obviously I wasn't training nowhere near where you're meant to be, but you know what I mean? Like the thought of that is fucked up.
I love Joe, man.
I remember halfway through, I think was maybe because I had never trained that hard either. So it was maybe halfway through the hack squats. I remember I was like, oh, I go to the toilet. I went in, just spewed everywhere, had to come back out. Like, you were good? He's like, you were white as. And I'm like, oh, I spewed. He goes, oh, do you want to stop? And I'm like, no, I think we should keep going.
That's awesome, man.
That's funny.
So like kind of to that is back in when you all first started training, have you ever had like a session like that you can think of that, thinking that if you tried to do it now it's just utterly stupid?
Yeah, man, I've got one. I think it was like 10 sets of incline dumbbells, 10 sets of flat dumbbells, 10 sets of decline dumbbells. I only did it once.
Once was enough.
Once was heaps, man.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, no. I think just my entire like schedule was horrible when I was that young. Like I didn't even have a bad workout. I just had a bad fucking entire mindset, really. Like fucking everything. Every session I'd do like 9 exercises. I just did every single exercise I knew for that muscle group. Every single time.
Hit the angles, bro.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I'm training chest, like fucking incline dumbbell or like incline barbell, flat dumbbell, decline barbell, then go to a fly and just use every chest machine that the gym has.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah, good session. Like,
and so shit form every time.
Yeah.
So shit form at the start, whatever the first exercise is, try and get a 1 rep max on that. And then
naturally.
Yes, absolutely. That's pretty much a spinning. That's pretty much a spinning image of me from like 14 to like 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately mine was like 18 to 19.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's been important? No. Do you think it's important to kind of go through when you first
No.
I think it's a fucking waste of time.
I agree. I agree it's a waste of time. But I guess if you didn't know you wanted to bodybuild, I guess like because it's kind of that conversation of where do you separate still train, because there's that talk of, okay, well, it's better to, I prefer to train high volume, lots of sets because this is what I enjoy training. But it's like, okay, well, but theoretically, doing low volume or doing a range of things. Yeah, go Luke.
It's like what's most optimal versus what do I enjoy?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I mean, granted, for me personally, when I was that young, I did not ever see myself being an open bodybuilder at all.
Yeah, that's right.
It was all about aesthetics.
Yeah. It's all about looking like David Lade.
Yeah, well, I don't know David Lade. Looks like shit.
Who the fuck's David Lade?
It's all I fucking wanted to be a Gymshark athlete.
Oh, really? No, it was just more about like I remember just starting training just because I was skinny as hell, and I just was like, I just want to do something that makes me not skinny. And then started doing it, and I was like, now I actually just enjoy this because no one else at my age group is really doing it. And it's just like a way for me to de-stress and, cheapest therapy ever, right? So it's I just was enjoying it for that aspect. And then the older I got, I was just like, oh yeah, I'm just enjoying just having this part of my life. And then got to 19, and then I was like, oh yeah, okay, I might give a show a go. And then did that. I was like, I'm a bodybuilder. Let's do this.
Yeah, that's right.
So
it's crazy when you do that first show, like how much it just completely switches your mindset, to like who you are. Because that was the same. I was always like, yeah, like I want to be a bodybuilder, but I was like, literally, like no plans ever to do a show. I was like,
Yeah.
one day, maybe.
Yeah.
I want to be a
Yeah.
bodybuilder, but I don't want to do a show. And
Yeah.
then Sam was like, all right, you're doing a show. Like right after we both started with him, is yeah, all right, you're doing a show. I was like, all right, fuck, whatever. And did one. I was like, oh, yep, this is what I am.
Mm.
Yeah.
You're just too scared to say no to Sam. You're like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Guess
yeah,
that's-
they're fucking terrified. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. This 140 kilo dude just sitting in front of you. So we doing a show or what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
He's not. He's not like he's not even my coach now, and I'm doing season 8 because he told me to. So I'm still just doing whatever he says.
Yeah. I don't think that'll ever go away, by the way.
Fuck no, I'll be like 31. He'll be like, "What are you doing? Do a show." I'll be like, "Yes, okay."
Yeah.
All right. he'll be done competing, and you'll be thinking about doing a pro show. He'll be like, "No, do these shows." You're like, oh, "Okay,
Okay. I've already booked my flights. Like, all right, okay. I'll change them.
oh fuck."
Well, they were kind of the questions that I had that I thought of that we could kind of discuss, and I just kind of got some would you rather questions. So we'll start off strong with, because I heard it on the Foyard podcast, and I thought it was a really interesting question because I guess it kind of would you rather win an Olympian title like the Open Bodybuilding Olympia, or would you rather kind of have like Flex's legacy of like 7 212s? Like, so I'm interested to hear, in your opinion, what is more important for you? Like, is it the Olympia title, or is it, a legacy in that regard? Because, people say that 212 is, winning 2 212 shows is not as important as, winning an open show.
So it's what's more important is like winning the most prestigious show or leaving a bit more of a legacy.
Yeah.
Because to be fair, there are guys who have won the Olympia that haven't left a legacy
At all.
I mean, you look at Big Ramy. What legacy is he leaving, really? I'm just being honest. I'm not inspired by Big Ramy at all.
Yeah, no.
Not it.
Seems like a lovely dude, crazy physique, but I'm sorry, compare him to like Dorian or like Ronnie or like anyone or like whoever. Like,
I know what you mean. There's definitely no, outside of, I guess, his shape, there's nothing special about him in that regard. Like, there is really, no legacy when you do.
I have no idea what the fuck you're saying half the time. I'm like, big.
That's right. Yeah, like Rami winning 4 Olympias against Jay winning 4 Olympias is a lot
different.
Yeah. Even like Dexter winning 1, but because he beat Jay, and then all the pro shows, he's won the most amount of pro shows. That's like a legacy within itself.
Yeah.
Even though he won like 1 Olympia.
Yeah. So I think personally, like, again, if you think about like even just outside of yourself, of people you can affect, I think legacy is a lot more important. Because, and again, at the end of the day too, like, winning the Mr. Olympia, there's only so many people that can do that.
Yeah.
And, you'll fucking give it your best shot. But at the end of the day, it's like, I think, the most fulfillment you'll get is understanding that, you've left a legacy that you're proud of, and that you've affected and inspired other people to do whatever it is they want to do, whether it be bodybuilding or just their own kind of fitness pursuit. But that's my take on it anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
So we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I do agree, like, as much as I think it would be nice to be like, it's a bragging right in some way, but
for sure,
a legacy is definitely, more important, because it's that thing of, you're retired, or even if, when we die, at least, we're remembered in the sport, cemented that way. I guess we would be on the list of, let's say, 50 people, but there's more to the story than just you're one of 50 people that won the title.
Winning a Mr. Olympia would have a lot of value to the individual, but a legacy would have impact far greater than the individual. And I think that, like Luke said, I think that's the real fucking win.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
more people. Zillmann at this point.
Go again.
Yeah, what was that like?
I said more people know fucking Ziz than they know Big Ramy at this point.
Mhm.
Literally.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
And he was a dickhead.
Yeah.
He was the fucking cockhead.
It's so, man, I fucking hate how many fucking young cunts like still look up to him now. Like I thought
I
he was
know.
a fucking idiot back when I was younger. And now he's like getting popular again. I was like,
I
what
know.
the fuck's going on?
Goes in waves.
I was like, you can. There's 1,700,000 other people that look like him on the Gold Coast already and act like him too. Just go there and find another role model.
That was like I was driving and like my brother had the Oxen. I like look over and his lock screen is a picture of Ziz and I'm like, the fuck is that? I was like, no. I'm
Throws his
like,
car out, throws out the window.
I was like, how about you search Olympians and maybe switch that? That's what the fuck?
Anybody. Wait, you gotta admit though, he's done pretty well.
He's done
he did
extremely
well.
well. If he was
God
alive,
damn it.
he'd be the second richest fucking dude in the fitness industry behind Bumstead.
Well, 100%.
Yeah.
So to kind of do a 180 from a serious question to a kind of, I guess, a joking question in some regard, would you rather be able to never be able to listen to music again when training, or every time you do a rep, you fart? and
Luke,
Bro, your questions are so extreme. And easy to answer.
But
No one's farting every rep, man. I think everyone's cool with training in silence, though.
I don't know. I like my music when I train, man.
that's a hard one for Luke, man.
How much,
Yeah.
man?
wait, I'm with Luke on this. I agree because I can't. Yeah, I listen to music all the time, every day, like almost every second. So like the thought of I've gotten headphones and I've almost had shit sessions because of it. So like I think I would rather fart every
I
rep.
think so too.
Luke
And
has to
Jeffy,
go for the fart, man. It's only fucking a little bit more than what he fucking farts now anyway.
Oh, no.
To be honest, if you're training in a commercial gym and the music's loud enough, no one can hear that shit.
Well, no, but
It's all good. And I can't hear it because I got my music in.
exactly.
Next question.
That's how it's done. If you can't hear it, it's not happening.
Oh, well
Next.
played.
Oh my god, that's
Very good.
funny.
That's very funny.
Would you rather do a powerlifting comp or would you rather do a CrossFit comp?
Powerlifting. Fuck CrossFit.
Yeah. That's tough.
Wait, with current physiques?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, powerlifting.
Yeah. Just a powerlifting
100 pull-ups, go. Imagine that.
I'm scared I'd break some doing a powerlifting comp. No way.
100%. I'm terrified of a fucking injury. I just do a powerlifting one, just go like fucking 70%.
Yeah. Low intensity exercise,
Yep.
man.
That's funny. All right, now this is a good question. I really thought about this and I still don't know the answer. Would you rather fight 1,000 ant-sized bulls or a bull-sized ant?
The ant-sized balls. Just stomp on the cunts.
But I thought about that. But don't bulls have horns?
I could get steel caps.
Yeah. Get bigger boots.
That's the loophole.
It's not just furry ants.
Oh.
It's very.
Because I was thinking
that's
if it's
fair.
a bull-sized ant, no, if it's an ant that's the size of a bull,
Mm.
they can like lift 1,000 times their weight. So they're
Oh yeah, I'm not
fuck
fucking with
you
that.
up.
No.
Yeah, they'll fuck your shit up.
They'd fucking pick me up and take me to the mother and I'd get eaten in a second.
Yeah.
Imagine getting yeeted by that thing.
Fucking
Thrown across.
Yeah.
Oh, it still captures the way. Luke with the loopholes. That's fine.
I could take out a fucking decent amount with just a lighter and some Glen 20, I reckon.
Yeah.
Like,
Just a flamethrower.
that'd be a lot of them. Yeah.
Okay, would you rather listen to one song for the rest of your life or never be allowed to listen to the same song twice?
Oh,
Now, this is a hard question.
that fucking sucks.
That's a good one, man.
Shit.
I'll take the fart every rep.
Wrong question.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Okay, so one song for the rest of your life, or you
Yeah.
can never listen to the same song twice.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'd go never the same song twice.
Yeah, because at least there's variety.
And how much can you like one song?
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Imagine you really wanted to listen to another one.
You just every time you click skip, same song.
Yeah.
Oh, I still don't know though, because I guess that's right.
Bro,
That's not,
every
'cause then
league
what does that mean? What if you're in a car with someone and they, plug the aux in? Does it just go mute if they try to play a song you've already heard before? Like, what's the
it's just that same. It's just that one song.
Yeah.
over and over
It's like
again.
whatever song you go to in Spotify, like, you'll just go to like whatever album, you'll
Yeah.
click it, and it will be that other song.
Wait, what a
Every
great-
time you walk through the
You're locked.
shops,
What a
that's all the
great short
G plays
film.
as well on their speakers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Wanted.
Haunted.
all right. If you could pick any pro athlete in their prime to train with, who would it be?
Dorian.
I see that.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
I pick Kevin.
Oh, that's a good one. Put some Creed on.
Yeah, man.
Jam out to that.
Yeah, man.
What would you train though? What would you train with Dorian?
I mean, if I say anything other than legs, it's like I feel like legs is the obvious answer.
What about you? What would you train?
What I train with Kevin?
Yeah.
Chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I reckon I'd have to go with someone like Jay even. I actually really liked the way he trained.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd have to go with him and like same like a fucking chest and shoulder, something like that.
I think Phil Heath, and I reckon either.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
that'd be
That's a
good.
good one.
Arms
yeah.
with Phil Heath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even back.
That could be good. Yeah.
I was thinking that, or even legs with Kai Green, like that would be pretty great.
Oh, Kai Green would be fucking good, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
You'd
monster.
be there a while though.
Definitely.
You'd be there 5 hours minimum.
Yeah.
Because you'd spend an hour doing abs first.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then the hour
Yeah.
cardio too.
Yeah.
I feel like at some point, like it would have been really good, maybe not to join in, but just to at least watch fucking Branch Warren in his prime.
Yeah. Never to join in.
No,
Yeah.
fuck
Wait,
that.
Branch and Johnny actually going for it one
Yeah.
day in the gym.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Balls
Yeah.
to the wall.
Just a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Would you rather live in a new country every month, or never go on vacation again?
New country every month.
New country every month.
That'd be
It's
sick.
such a hassle though.
That's
yeah,
right.
that is
Rotate countries.
Yeah. So we're factoring in the logistics. Of
Yeah.
actually moving.
If there's logistics can be counted, we'll count them.
Oh
So
god.
the logistics of, okay, let's say 3 weeks. Okay, now you got to get all your belongings or pack whatever. I guess you could backpack.
Yeah, well, that's
you
the
had to-
thing. I feel like
if you
you'd
had-
just get so used to it. You'd have a system. You'd have like you'd just have your bag ready to go. I wouldn't even bother unpacking half the time.
Yeah, but look, if you had to like pay for all that shit, you'd stay put because at least then you'd be able to buy some other shit and have some stuff, you know?
True.
You know, like your own bed.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's go. Would you rather kill the cow, or would you rather do the butchering after it's dead?
Do the butchering.
Yeah, do the butchering.
If I had someone showing me, otherwise I'd cut my fucking hand off. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Like,
I don't know. I feel like
depends what I got on. Like, if I can just shoot a cow and walk away, that's easier, man.
Easy.
Like, sit there and cut for 6 hours.
Yeah,
busier.
Yeah, what's the workload?
Yeah. Which one's easier? Which one can I finish quicker?
You gotta like kill it like halal approved. You like slit its throat.
Yeah. You gotta kill it up
You
close.
slit its throat and watch it bleed
Shoot it
out.
from afar, you know. That's
Hang him up.
Yeah, look it right in the eye.
Yeah. Personal.
God, man, that's really bad.
Oh, that's intense. Or would you rather have diarrhea while training?
For the last week, yeah.
Go on.
Or be anyone else.
Or but I guess that's kind of measurable. I was going to say or vomit after every meal, but then you're not making progress. So it's counterproductive.
Vomit, I bet. I would take the diarrhea.
You could wear a nappy. That would help.
Could.
Still be a fucked up situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucked up either way, but at least with diarrhea, you can grow. If you throw up all your food, you're not going to grow.
That's true. Just imagine. Oh, no, that's fucked up. I can't even think about it.
Imagine leg day.
Yeah, that's like on the leg press and it's just dripping back and forth. Nah.
Yeah, all right, cool. Pendulum squats. Let's go. Yeah.
Oh.
I've laughed way too much on this podcast, man.
Yeah,
it's been so funny. Oh man, good. My eyes are all puffy. I look cooked as. I've been crying out here. Actually laughing. Oh, people are gonna hate that. Funny though.
Would you rather get your meals? Okay. Would you rather have to do your diet through restaurants only, or stick to the exact same meal? So whatever it is, let's just say like chicken, rice, asparagus, like the bro of bro science back in the day meal plan. Would you rather do that or try and mitigate eating out of like restaurants? Like
have some variety.
Yeah,
through restaurants,
but have to mitigate things like what Jaiden was saying with, like, for example, staying in Taiwan.
Do you have to eat off their menu, or can you like try and convince them to cook you stuff?
I think you can ask them to cook like, oh, okay, I want rice on the side, or if they have like, let's say a chicken parmigiana, can you just give me the chicken without the cheese, tomato on top? But you you still don't know the exact macros, like, oh, they could have cooked in a whole bunch of oil or whatever.
Well, I would go the restaurant because you can just bring your scales.
Yeah, bring your scales. Let's
weigh that shit.
Yep.
Done it before.
Assuming I'm rich as fuck, then yeah, sure, the restaurant.
Yeah. This is true. Are we taking in the logistics of having to pay for all these meals at restaurants? Because if that's the case, I'm out.
No, fuck that. That's too much. That's too expensive.
Imagine like the cost of buying like 300 grams worth of chicken and like 400 grams worth of rice at a restaurant.
Even if you wanted to get steak, like certain places charge like $30.
300 grams of steak, bro. If it's a half good steak, it's $50, $40.
Nah.
I'm good. I'm good.
Nah.
Would you rather free jump off a cliff? You're not gonna die. You're not gonna die. But it's a big cliff. Or climb down the same cliff without any equipment.
Jump.
Oh, Jaiden didn't like the question. He fucked off. He was like, I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, no, probably just jump.
Yeah.
I'd make a huge fuss before I jumped, though.
Oh yeah. For sure.
I'm not just jumping. I'm causing a scene, and then I'm jumping. Maybe.
That's fucking
You'd be the type of guy to be by the edge of like,
Yeah. I'll be by the edge for ages, and if any of you come near me,
I will jump. I will do it. Don't push me.
yeah. Oh, yeah, how good.
Will I have to send him another link? No, he should be able to join the same link.
Yeah.
All right. Forever exercise drenched in someone else's body sweat. Or,
Oh.
or exercise while constantly smelling someone's protein farts.
I have to take the sweat.
I think I'd take the farts, man.
I reckon that'd make me want to vomit. At least
Yeah,
you,
if it's bad, like, because like the sweat you just get used to. I mean, you got to sweat anyway.
yeah.
If I
But
use
you're
that
drenched.
shower,
Like you are drenched though. So
I'm drenched when I sweat anyway, bro. So I'm not used to.
I still think I'd take the farts.
hate the fart. That's fucked up. Like nah.
But a fart doesn't faze me too much, man. I love a good laugh too, so I'd love to know, like, who was that? You know?
Like, was it the chick next to me or was it the guy? Hey.
That'd be me. Was that you?
Oh,
Yeah, man.
I'd just be too worried that like certain smells make me want to vomit. So I'd be too worried that may happen.
Just projectile.
Yeah. Jack's already proven he's got a bit of a weak stomach.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Oh, man.
The question was, Jaiden, would you rather train forever in someone's body sweat, someone else's body sweat, or would you rather constantly smell protein farts?
Like smell them or smell of them.
No, smell. No, so every time you train, you can always smell someone's fart, like protein farts.
Right. So
Or
would I? Yeah, right. Fucking
Louis taking the farts. That's questionable.
I'm taking
Man.
farts, man.
I'm training Luke. I can handle it.
Yeah.
They're that bad.
Told you.
Criminal, Luke.
Nah, it's all right. Fucking yeah, that's fucking gross. I'm definitely taking the farts. I don't care.
Yeah.
This question is so dumb. It's like trip and fall off the treadmill in a packed gym during cardio and everyone stares at you, or underestimate how much you can lift and have the weights come crashing down on you.
To not have that happen, I'd rather eat shit on the treadmill.
Yep.
Option C, I don't do cardio.
Cough and shit. Don't do cardio.
Yeah, nah. So would I rather fall over or die? I'll just I'll just fall, bro.
Just fall. Yeah. I'd rather eat shit than. Yeah, you're definitely gonna die if you have all the equipment and that, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I remember.
Fucked up, bro.
I remember. I was training chest, and because Jai and Hamish, they had hit 100 kilos on the bench, and I hadn't done it yet. So I was having a session by myself, and I was like, "Oh, you know what? I need to catch up." Because I'd always be my chest is my weakest part. And I remember I got put 90 on, and I'm like, okay, if I can start repping this out, we'll be good. So I did one set, got 5, and I'm like, okay, right, we'll do another set, do 5. And it was pretty late in the gym. I remember doing the 3rd set. All of a sudden, I got it here, come down, and I've gone, oh no. And I'm like, no, this is a pause rep. I'm gonna push it up. And I remember going like this. I got it here, and I went, "Oh no, it's coming back."
Now we're doing cartwheels.
And I'm having it there. And I remember watching someone like tip it side to side because I didn't know how to like get it off me, and no one was really in the gym. So I'm like, oh, I'll tip it this way, get one weight off, and then I'll tip it this way, another way. I forgot I put one peg on one side, not on the other. So I went like this. Nothing was coming off. So I went like that, played, and then I swung back this way. It choked me so hard.
Fuck.
I am so happy
that's
that
not
I was
good.
at the gym.
Fuck.
I was so fucked up.
Me and Jaiden had something similar when I came down and trained at Riggs a few weeks ago. we were doing Smith squats, and we got to our top set. We had 4 plates on there, and I did mine, and I got to my last rep, and then I went to rack it. What happened, Jaiden? I like went to rack it.
You'd gone to you. I don't know. You racked it and then you decided nope, and you took it back off.
I think it rolled. I think I racked because it was one of those like real good, like just straight up and down Smiths.
Yeah. So like you'd come and you'd racked it and you'd like, but you sort of, I don't know, like bounced a bit and you must have just twisted your wrist again. And it just comes straight off, and then you just went, fuck it.
Yeah, and I just like
on the spot.
it came down, and I was like, fuck, and I like bailed out right at the last second.
Bro, I was so lucky too because it's not like a normal Smith where like the spotters are at the bottom and it fucking stops at this high off the ground. These ones, like the bar goes like that high off the ground, and you were like, you'd come down and then you were like on your knees and like your calves were fucking right under the bar, and then you just like fucking dived.
Yeah.
Like from
Not today.
underneath out of the way. And then, actually,
I felt
that would have like
bad though.
fuck, that would have hurt you.
Oh, I would have fucking that wouldn't have been good. But it was bad. I felt worse.
That would have fucked
Scotty Smith machine.
Yeah. He fixed it. He fixed it real quick. So
I think
yeah,
that was impressive.
I think we've always all done fucking dumb lifts like that, man. But like, yeah, I think I've done a similar thing, Jake. Like when I was I always clipped both sides, and I was like, yeah, definitely not been able to like bench before, and I'm just like, fucking. You're doing like the just roll down your fucking body until you get it to like your hips, and trying to fucking snap with it and shit like that. Yeah.
Good times being beginners.
Yeah. I definitely bailed out of a squat by like letting the bar go fucking forward instead of dropping it back. When I was like, don't know why. Just thought that was the right thing to do. Fucking
back of the head saw.
Yeah, man. Fucking I think I was like 19 or something, and I wasn't even squatting that much, but it was just like the end of the workout, and I was fucked, and I came down and got stuck, and then I was like, and then just went forward, and then I just like fucking flipped. I just like fucking rolled in the like in the squat rack, and I was like, that wasn't embarrassing, but yeah.
I remember something.
I passed out doing shrugs once.
Passed out.
Yeah.
How did you pass out?
Wait, worst part too is I was wrapped up. I was wrist wrapped up to the Smith machine too. So I ate shit, and then I was just Lewis on the floor in the gym, wrapped up to the Smith machine.
Oh fuck! Big loser.
Hey, and no one can help me.
That's fun.
I wouldn't have fucked if I saw that. No, that's
It was pretty funny.
I just walk over and be like, look at this dickhead.
Yeah.
6, 7. That's literally how it went, man.
Imagine, I always get worried. Like, I remember back like training like that and doing dumb shit or fucking up like that. And I'm always so curious, like cautious of like, what if someone's secretly filming and a year goes by and I'm scrolling through gym fuckery and there's a video. Just like, that would be the worst day.
Yeah, it would be a dark day.
Oh, gym fuckery.
before I ask kind of like my last question, I just thought I'd kind of open it over to you guys if you guys had any questions or any would you rathers or anything that you wanted to, or even a topic that you guys wanted to bring up or anything. If nothing, no drama.
Damn, bro, you're putting me on the spot.
Oh, actually, I haven't even fucking heard it from you yet. But I was meant to ask you last time, Louis. What did you guys actually do different between Queensland's and Nationals?
It was just a longer load.
Oh, okay.
So it was just a couple of days longer. So instead of doing 2 days, we did 4.
Yeah, right.
And it worked out pretty well. I actually looked pretty good, up until just like pre-stage, because that dude in the wheelchair and all that.
Lauren.
Yeah. I didn't realize how long that was taking. We were out the back for ages, man.
Yeah,
and in that time, I just
forever.
I just faded. I was like, all right, I'm all right. I was all right, and I was chilling, and then I was like, oh, I'm not all right, but it's all right.
Yeah, bro.
He can't blame the dude in the wheelchair. That's fucked. That's
No.
Lawrence.
No. No, I just had no idea. We're just backstage for ages because they called us, and I was back there with Matt Clappy, and we were there for so long. We were just like, man, let's just lay back in, had our legs up backstage and stuff. We were back there for quite a while, man.
Yeah.
And, it was a bit of a curveball, but things don't always go perfect on show day.
Yeah, things really do.
Do you reckon if that timing did go better, you wouldn't have ended up flattening out much, and you would have got back into that top 3? Because I was surprised that you didn't make it in.
If I was going to do better than Queensland, which I would have, I think I would have still been able to place in front of Adam, which I already have before.
Yeah.
So I think it would have been mine.
Yeah.
And I'm always going to put my money on myself. Look at all that. I'm always going to put my money on myself, man.
So you reckon you didn't spill or anything, you just faded?
Yeah, bro. I just got on stage not optimal. Yeah.
Because that's what it looked like through the stream. Because I was just kind of like, after seeing you at States, I was just kind of like, why does he seem softer? And I was a bit,
man. I felt it. I felt like tired up there.
Yeah.
And I faded pretty quick, man. Like usually I'm all right, but I was like, well, I got up there and I didn't last very long. But that's just something to keep an eye on for next time, man.
Do you reckon you need a bit more food, or?
I reckon if I'd had another meal, maybe just to bridge that gap between my last meal and then that bit backstage, didn't realize it was going to be so long in stage. If I had something in the middle, that probably would have tied me over.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
To be in a bit better position, but that's all right.
Yeah, okay. How do you guys feel about fucking the show staying in Queensland?
I think it's good. I
like it.
I was talking to a few other people, and isn't Queensland a better venue? Because I thought Melbourne was, but apparently Melbourne's kind of shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, like Luke can fucking justify it as well. Like the backstage at Melbourne, like it's the fucking convention center, man. Like it's huge, but it was fucking atrocious, bro. Like the space that they gave us was like, it was so fucking, it was just like a narrow fucking hallway. And that's where we had like every fuckwit had all their bags and everything there, because that's like the only spot for us. But that was also the pump up area, and it was also the area to get tanned. And it was just one long fucking hallway, and all we had for pump up was like the Christmas tree of straight bars.
Yeah,
and that's it. And
that's
it was
pretty
like,
rough.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal.
Around, and like there's just bags covering the whole floor, and we're all just like walking around, sitting there, and shit. People like trying to call us. There's people still getting tanned, and then we're like, standing there with a bar, like, what the fuck is this, man? Like, it was fucking crap.
Yeah, it's Sleeman's a better backstage venue. I quite like it. It's just annoying now because I'm gonna have to travel.
Yeah, like the traveling's nice. I fucking
true.
actually I like getting my shit together, like going and like traveling, like if you feel like a real athlete, you know.
That's true. Yeah.
So you reckon that's the downside? I was gonna say that seems like an upside that you don't have to pay for flights and stuff like that. But I guess I get what you're saying, that it does make you feel like an actual athlete.
It's just a good experience, man. Like, it's fucking cool having, like, especially when you're buddies with so many people and like everyone's in fucking this hotel, that hotel. You'll like go and fucking chill at this person's hotel and look at each other, like do the rounds of posing, and you're all like taking photos for each other there, and like you all meet up together, and it's like it was cool. Like, before the shows, just like everyone's doing the same shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You might go back to that, man.
Yeah. And then you're out exploring other gyms and fucking
just walking around the city and
stuff. Just also Melbourne was just fucking nicer, in my opinion, than up here.
It was just nice and cool too, wasn't it?
But that's just the athlete experience. So, like you're saying, of just traveling and that. It's that we're just the ones that are here now, and it would have been the same for the people in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Except it's great because everyone gets to be warm now. You know.
Yeah.
I think there's like pros to cons depending on how you look at it, but I guess from a venue standpoint, I think having it here is probably the better choice.
100%. Yeah,
I think so.
Man. Yeah.
And Zillmann's such a sick theater. Like the seating in there is good. It's not like low and flat, and you got some person's head in front of you. You know, everyone gets to see the stage.
Yeah, that was the shit thing about the convention center, man. It's like, even if you're a few rows back, like you're so far from the stage. Like all the photos and shit that like my partner got on her phone or anything were like, it was just so far away, and she wasn't even that far back, because I don't know why, but like there's just a massive gap even between like the judges and the stage.
And the
judges are fucking way back. Yeah.
I'd be interested to know what New South Wales is like. I think that's the other one that does look, or is it? I think it is New South Wales that does look half decent, but I think it's a bit smaller than the Zillmann Centre, but I think it's structured the same.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it.
So, to my last question for today's episode, I think I was contemplating asking it or not, because I was like, don't want to be copying Foyer's podcast too much, but I was actually having the conversation with my mother today about it, and I was like, fuck, I just got to ask anyway, because it's such a funny topic. What's your opinion, if you've watched it or that? If not, I'll explain it, but on the whole, if you're gay, it's only gay if you're gay. Like, you look confused. Did you need me to? Do you want me?
Yeah, man. I haven't been listening.
So basically, Ian Valier thinks you're only gay if you're gay. So, for example, his argument is, there's straight men.
The intent behind it.
Yeah, they're straight. Like, what if you go to prison and you're in prison for 30 years? All right, you may be going to do some gay shit, but when you come out, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily gay.
Yeah, I mean that.
I mean, I don't know. Granted, I've never been to prison for 30 years, but in my opinion, I just go have a wank.
Yeah, look. Yeah.
I ain't sucking dick.
Yeah.
And no one's sucking my dick.
Yeah. Yeah, step back, bro.
Whoa. Don't make me get my shit.
My brother asked me that question. He literally said to me, he was like, yo, how long do you reckon you'd have to be, if you were given a life sentence, how long do you think it will take before you do something gay? If you knew you had a life sentence, how long? And I really thought about it, and I really wasn't sure. But I think that if you had to choose, I would rather be the giver than the receiver. It's more gay if you're the receiver.
Yeah. Wait, it's just I feel like in a prison environment, like the positioning is very determined of the hierarchy. Yeah. Yeah, the big dog's at the back, and then
the big dog's at the
back, and then
it's Big Lou's at the back.
Not me, not me, man. Yeah, how long would it take? 20 minutes. No.
The next day,
I'm looking for the first guy as soon as I walk through.
Yeah, I'm looking for the biggest motherfucker.
As soon as I meet my celly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he's pretty. No.
I want top bunk.
Yeah.
So then outside of a prison, like
wasn't one of the bad example, but like I feel like they talk about a lot, like just other shit, like when they're talking about like old mate painting his nails or like fucking they have a bunch of other examples in it. I like low key, it's all about intent. It's got to be about intent, right? Like like fucking.
In ancient Sparta, man, they used to actually, you know how they like that, like the upcoming, like the young guys would like steward like a Spartan soldier, and you were like his property, and he could just like fuck you if he wanted to. If he wanted to, he could. You were his.
Yeah,
and they did. You know,
And they did.
just to break the ice.
Yeah.
You're a bitch.
Yeah, how crazy is that?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's funny when you put it that way, like how far, I guess, we've come in that regard into like all aspects as well. But I'm sure that if you were to go somewhere north, somewhere like even like Sweden, some remote parts where like Vikings and all that is really dominant and still practice tradition, I'm sure there's somewhere in the world where that type of mentality is still lived out for sure.
Yeah.
We just never hear about it.
Yeah, some pretty remote parts of the world where some interesting shit still happens. Louis like, I'm booking a plane ticket.
No, man.
Oh, that's funny. Well, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for today's episode. So thank you guys for joining me.